It's been quite a while since I had an update this big in Splinterlands to go over. I can't promise that this is going to be a short one because we have a lot to go through, because today the new Conclave Arcana Rewards set went live. Along with it, a bunch of other updates. So if you play Splinterlands or you're interested in Splinterlands, you are going to want to know about all of this stuff going down. So please stand by. Hey, all you Splinterheads. Once again, this is Bronze Dragon coming at you saying thanks for dropping by. As always, I do appreciate the time you spend with me. Please leave a like on this video if you like this kind of content, and think about subscribing if you haven't already. Why not? It's free. Let's dive in. Today was a huge patch day in the land of Splinter. We got so many updates that it might take a little while to go through it, but I'm going to try to knock them out as rapidly as possible and go in a little bit in depth into each one. As always, I will leave the link, the appropriate links to the different pages that we talk about in the show notes, so you can go in and tackle them further. Okay, the biggest change that just went down is the Rebellion reward set is out the door. It's gone. The only way you're going to be able to get any more Rebellion rewards cards are to unlock them and buy, sell, and trade them on the market. Starting now, through the next 6 months, they will be unlockable. Right now, the first month is the cheapest. You will be able to get those unlocked at 10 times multiplier. It works up from there. So if you want to unlock them and trade them, which I will be doing with some of my friends, then now's the time to do it. Next up is the new Conclave Arcana Rewards card set. It is comprised of 43 cards. You have standard foil, gold foil, black foil, and both arcane variants, but there's a difference in how you're going to be able to get these through rewards. You will see in Gwen's Glint shop that you can get standard foils or gold foils through your standard rarity draws or loot chests. Now, the difference here is standard foil cards are still soulbound. Gold foils are not. They are unlocked. Now with this set, the gold foils are going to be harder to get and the numbers are going to be lower, but the gold foils are going to be unlocked when you get them, so this should make a lot of people happy. Okay, I can hear you now. Hey, Bronze Dragon, what about the black foils? What about the arcane variants? Well, they put in a new method to be able to get those top of the line cards. And what we're looking at are the weekly fortune draws. Okay, now this new system is based upon the system they started using in the Frontier mode. If you played Frontier mode, you know that as you play your daily matches and you do your daily wins, then you can get up to 3 sets of rewards. Now what you have to do is you have to play the game. Work through your daily rewards. This was a system that was put in place and tried out in Frontier mode. It seems to be working great, so why not put it into the regular game? So that's what they do. You can work through the bar up to 3 times, so that's 15 wins will get you 3 sets of daily rewards. You collect your fortune entries. The fortune entries on a daily basis are based upon your level as well as your SPS stake. So I hope you have a lot of SPS staked if you want to get a bunch of fortune entries. You can see here, I'm at almost 300,000 SPS staked, but I would need a full million to get the 20 I should get. I'm getting 12. Okay, but there's one other thing I want to mention here is that you have to pay a little bit to have your weekly fortune draws active. That's what this bottom box is. Okay, so you can go into manage. It's 125 DEC or 125 credits. The DEC would be the cheaper method at this point, and that activates your fortune pass for the week. Without that fortune pass active, then you're not going to be able to claim your fortune rewards. And what happens is you claim your fortune entries at the end of the week. They do the fortune draw, and that is what yields black foils, black foil arcanes, or gold foil arcanes. And once again, just like gold foils, these are all unlocked. So they're all very rare. So, I'm not going to hold my breath on getting one. But then again, you can't win if you don't play the game, right? So the 2 takeaways here is have your fortune pass active and get your games in, whether you're playing them manually or if you have a bot like Archmage playing your account in wild. Next up, Unbinding scrolls are in the game. That's the name of the game. To unlock your rewards cards, get scrolls. Now, you can buy them on the market. We're right here on the market. You can see that people have already dove in and started making these. You make these with aura produced from land, so that's another thing we can make off of land. And you're going to need one scroll for each copy of the card. So like on commons, there are 400 copies in a max level. So if you had a max level, you would need 400 of these, and all the way down. We can see here's a legendary, and the legendary is going for just below $7. So you know, I'm sure that as time goes along, people will be producing these, and the price will probably go down with the amount of quantity. However, it's going to be one of those situations with, as we jump in and start getting cards, people are going to want these. So who knows what the market's going to do? Market's going to market. If you do have land and are interested in it, you go into the land production screen, and there's a button here that says Artisan Quarter. This is where you produce all the things that you can produce off land. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to look at, so this is a common, and you can see that each common costs 100 aura. Each rare costs 400. Each epic costs 2,000, and each legendary costs 10,000. So just as you would think, increasingly more to produce these scrolls. You can produce them if you have land and are producing aura, and use them on your cards, or you can turn around, just sell them on the market and try to make a profit off of them. One last note on these only work on Conclave Arcana cards. So don't get them and think you're going to be able to use them on the older Rebellion cards or older. So they will not work. Okay, I want to touch on a few other things before we get out of here. First of all, I mentioned it earlier, but the gold foil print limits have been greatly reduced. Obviously, you can no longer buy gold foil draws in the Glint shop. Like I said, they come out of draws and they come out of chests. Much more limited. You can see the print limits here: 5,000 common, rare 2,000, epic 1,200, and legendary 400. You might be asking yourself in your head, saying, "Wow, how many max copies is that?" Well, don't worry about it. I did the math for you. So what that works out to is 131 max level gold common cards, 90 rares, 120 epics, and 100 legendaries. And that's it. Once the limits have been reached, they will no longer be dropping in the draws or the chests. Next up, you will see the costs involved in Glint have went up significantly. So they revamped the loot chests, the prices have went up, but they've also added some extra stuff to the chests. So here is what is available in chests currently. You have cards, unbinding scrolls, legendary and alchemy potions, fortune draw entries, merits, energy, and a jackpot chance. Obviously, the ultimate chests, which cost a lot more, have a higher chance at dropping the epic and legendary cards. I'm not going to go through these charts. However, I will leave a link in the show notes if you want to go ahead and check out these loot chest charts and cost comparisons. And here's a brief look at the SPS staking participation requirements for the weekly fortune draw we mentioned earlier. Kind of crazy, but you know, SPS price has been down, so this would probably be the best time to get a little bit, not investment advice, but the advice about you know, having a better chance at getting a black foil or arcane card. And finally, two other notes to note. The weekly fortune draw is limited to one per account per weekly event. Each account can complete a maximum of 3 batches in Wild and 3 batches in Modern each day. So that's a total of 6 batches of rewards on a daily basis if you want to do all those. Draw entries expire at the end of the week, whether you've used them or not, so they don't hold over. Now, another change to batch prices within the Glint store. Batch number 1 is the baseline price. Batch number 2 is plus 50%. Batch number 3 is plus 75%. Batch number 4 is plus 100%. And batch number 5 or greater is plus 150%. I've never really went over batch 3 on anything, so you can see that it gets increasingly more expensive to buy things on the Glint store. One last change I wanted to point out. We are going to be burning through potions like there are no tomorrow. We've went through a long time in the game where we've had a lot of excess potions, and over the last few months, they have made changes that have increased the amount of potions that we have to go through, which increases the cost of everything, right? But that's going to significantly change. You can see here that wherever you're going to pick up cards and you want to increase your chance of the gold foils happening, whether that be a draw or a chest, With a common, it's going to cost you 1 potion. With a rare, it's going to cost you 5 potions. With an epic, 10, and a legendary, 20. So we are going to be burning through potions pretty quickly. Lastly, I thought it appropriate to end the video with some new cards. So let's go ahead and jump in and do some epic draws. I've got 10 epic draws I'm going to do. As you can see, 10 epic draws is going to cost me 100 alchemy potions. This is always a cool time in a set. No gold foils, so unlucky. Wow, I got 5 of the same epic. Salt Wraith Pirate is a Rogentian, Whale-Sworn Spectre, an undead, Ryla Fen, a goblin, Joraki Venshiro, and Voss. Oh, finally, Tandy Janda. Okay, and as time goes along, we'll see what these cards are good for. This has been Bronze Dragon. Let me know in the comments what you think of all these changes. What's your favorite change, and what's your least favorite change? Until then, remember, we have our weekly Splinterlands live stream Saturday, 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on YouTube. Please drop by and talk Splinterlands with us. Until then, this has been Bronze Dragon. I hope everyone on your side is happy and healthy, and hey, I'll see you in Splinterlands.